can do that after I get mine.
Mom's getting hers first. I've got, okay guys, for what I'm doing.
Wait till I get out of the way.
I'm out of your way. Enable flash. Okay. Now I've got my bun set out open here. This is going to be an open face sandwich. And all we've got is buns because we're poor people.
Don't say that.
Okay.
I just forgot to buy them.
Okay. And we have a cream of mushroom when we bathe the hamburger in cream of mushroom soup. And I make some homemade mashed potatoes. It's a big pot of homemade potatoes here. Hello, Jeffrey Lebowski. How are you? Woo. You're making this good stuff. Grub here. Here on the Redneck Rancho. Michigan lady, how are you? Mom's doing good too. She went to church this morning. In your daily dose of fat. There it is. That's what it looks like.
This is salt.
No, it's not. Is it?
It doesn't look black to me.
It's, sorry, I'm in your way.
I'll move. I'll get out of the way if you let me get my food. You take a picture of yours.
Yeah, Jeffrey Lebowski. To make me sandwich. First I got a hamburger covered in mushroom soup. Okay guys, I'm gonna do it this way. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Testing, 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 testing. Testing. Can you hear me? Okay, first of all what I do, see it? I've got my, yeah, I put it amongst two of them. I put it up amongst them. You get mashed potatoes. And you put potatoes up amongst those mofos on there. And, okay. What we do is get our cream of mushroom soup. Okay. Cream of mushroom soup out of a can. It's condensed, Campbell style condensed. Even though it's not Campbell's, it's Campbell's style. It's that style of soup. It's condensed soup. That's how people do. They're poor folks. We poor folks. We poor folks. Okay. Okay. Dogs barking, probably. I hope you can hear me. Molly. Open face sandwiches. Can you hear me now, guys? Good, 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 good. Good. This is my way to make open-faced sandwiches. Mommy complaining in the background. Yeah, she's complaining in the background. Good, Molly, what is it, honey? Up, 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 baby girl. Up, up. Yes. Prettiest. The sweetest little girl on earth. So it's pretty good this way. A lot of, bathed in a lot of mushroom soup. It's just a one-time thing. Yeah, I can hear you. You can hear me, I hope, Jeffrey. I'm sorry you can't hear me. Mm. So good to see everyone. Mom,
What?
I got a little too much gravy.
Huh?
I got a little too much gravy. Do you want some?
No. Thanks, though.
Mm-hmm. Hello, East Coast. Good to see you. Happy Sunday. And good to see you, East Coast GS. Good to see you.
You like it? Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna watch videos. You like it? Is that delicious? You like it? You said yours like it. I thought you said. Here. Is it good, Jerome? And you hate it. Don't you?
Mom uses in a mania. Maybe a little bit. Oh, that's cool, East Coast. Yeah, East Coast, you can whip up any kind of cool stuff when you want to. Oh, yeah, she is cute, East Coast. She's a part Chihuahua. What do you think she looks like? Does she look Chihuahua? Or what? If her ears stuck up, this, she would look more Chihuahua if her ears stuck up. That's the only thing, that her ears just do not stick up. She's only like 12 pounds. She's the size of a 10-pound dog. And she's about 10 or 11 years old. But she has the big eyes like a Chihuahua, and she has the face of a Chihuahua. Pretty girl. Pretty eyes. Love you so much, little queen. Mm. This is how I kiss my dog. Mm. My sweet baby. Molly Jane, I love you. Yes, I do. I kissed you. Kiss this animal. The baby girl. I'm working on the RV lately a little bit. I took my inserts out of my windows. A couple of days ago I did a video. I took the inserts out of the windows and the big metal pieces that hold the window cranks that crank the windows open and shut. I took those metal pieces off and crank mechanisms off the windows because these are awning style, crank out awning style windows. The old ones were louvered, but these windows just have a single These windows have a single awning style that cranks out. So. I took the cranks off and bolted the windows shut. And then I filled in the thing. I just want them to be airtight, you know. Oh, in the Army, that's pretty good stuff, East Coast. Yeah, that was called, the canned beef and cream sauce. That's what I called cream chip beef, isn't it? I open the windows. I just take the screw out. There's a screw that holds the window shut. I just take the screw out that holds the window shut. And then I open it. I have one designated window to open. One designated window. But, I have a roof vent. It's a big roof vent. It's an escape hatch roof vent. 21 by 21 roof vent. It's not just a 13 by 13. It's a 21 by 21 roof vent. I have the pass-through to the pickup truck to open, plus the door. So there I have 3 different openings to open, plus I have an air conditioner and the big window by the couch I can open it. Yeah, it is good stuff. It's real good stuff. As a kid, I had that shit on a shingle. It was pretty good stuff. I really liked that. I really liked that cream cheap beef. That was good. During the winter months, I need to keep my windows sealed up as tight as possible to keep it warm, So I have it fixed this way, and I filled in the little gaps in my window inserts, my foam inserts for the windows. You saw me do it. It was on a previous video. But what I've been going through, thinking about. Oh, darn. I hope you liked it, Mom. I hope you liked it.
I did. But you didn't turn the gravy was...
Gravy oil?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I just take these. I have these greatest dishes in the world. Pyrex dishes. And so these Pyrex dishes are really the thing to have. Oh, darn, I ruined them almost. There's just a little bit that if you add water to it, it's okay.
I'm winning right now.
Yeah, you have these right here. These Pyrex dishes, glass Pyrex dishes are great. Great to have. So that's those glass Pyrex dishes. We have this kind. We have some of these different kinds of Pyrex dishes. I wanted to show you guys the shelf here on the wall. This wicker shelf. I found this on the side of the road. Actually, I was driving in Lexington, and this was in the median actually. The thing was sitting right in the middle of the median. I took it home with me. It didn't have shelves in it. So I just used plywood to make shelves out of plywood for it. I made shelves out of plywood for it. I found it right in the median, right on the side of the road. But if I was thinking about if I ever put new siding on my camper. What's the best thing to do? What's the best material for, siding for a camper, What's the best siding for a camper? What's the best siding to put on a camper? This window here is not one designated window to open. I got all my windows sealed shut. I got them all sealed shut except that one window. I might use it as my designated window. When my dog's in the bed with me, I have this window so I can take the insert out so that she can look out. She likes to get on the bed and look out the window. Dogs like to feel connected to the outside world. They like to be able to look out windows. Dogs do. They don't like to feel shut in. Okay. This is my homemade generator box. You see, I might improve it in the future, but it's a homemade generator box. Made out of trailer aluminum, diamond pattern aluminum. This diamond pattern aluminum came off another truck camper I had. I had another truck camper at one time, so it was in an accident, so. But I had it like 15 years ago. I had it over 15 years ago. This is my new truck camper. I had a different one about a little over 15 years ago. My other truck camper didn't have a 12-volt electrical system. My other truck camper didn't have a 12-volt system in it. It didn't have a 12-volt system at all. It had a 120-volt electrical system is all it had. And it had a gas lamp. That if you want to have lamp lights in that camper, you had to use you had to use a gas lamp. That camper had what's known as a gas lamp in it. And the lamp runs on gas. It has like a mesh on the top of the globe. And, you know, you've seen those in really old vintage campers. That's what this thing had. It had a gas lamp in it. But I bought it as a project.
Now you can jump up your sail.
I bought it as a project. Alpha Cool? Seems like I've heard that name. Alpha Cool. Mm. Yeah, bring Mom her coffee. I'm going to have to do some house cleaning in here. Organizing. Going through this kitchen cabinets and just, you know, getting rid of some stuff so I can make it, clean it out a little. Did you need stuff in it?
I did put nothing in it, no.
My mom and me get along some. The beautiful people, the beautiful people. Well, I don't want ya, and I don't need ya. Jesse Scott, how are you? Well, I don't want ya, and I don't need ya. The beautiful people, the beautiful people. I don't want ya, and I don't need ya.
Thanks. We'll babysit it.
Okay. I'm admiring some vintage, cheap alternatives to Dometic. That's true, you know. Something like that. I'm thinking of vintage campers. And I've been thinking about RV siding and construction. You can board doors closed from the outside. How can you do that? Jeffrey, how do you board doors closed from the outside? So you can't really open it? I imagine you would probably use screws, wouldn't you, to screw the door shut from the outside? Jeffrey, I guess that's an idea. Just use some screws and screw the door shut. It's just a guess, a wild guess. With screws, get some screws and put screws in the door and screw it shut, I guess. Well, I don't want ya, and I don't need ya. A beautiful people, the beautiful people. Well, I don't want ya, and I don't need ya. Well, I don't want ya, and I don't need ya. The beautiful people, the beautiful people. Well, I don't want ya. Now, I've looked at some pretty cool truck camper commercials. Boards, nails, hammer to mommy's door, and I'll show you. Yeah, that'd be funny. And then you'd be locked out of the house, huh? You'd be locked out of the house, I imagine. I guess I'd be locked out of Mom's house and I'd have to stay in my camper, wouldn't I? I guess that's the truth. Now, I looked at a few commercials of old trucks, okay? Now, what I admire about old campers. No, that wouldn't be a bad thing, Jeffrey. That's what I need to do. You're right about that, Jeffrey. I do need to stay in my camper more. You're right. That's why, hey, you're right. Absolutely right. You're right. I have the camper to stay in. That's why I have the thing, you know. That's why I bought the thing. That's why I bought it. If I could ever get a different, uh, another truck camper, a vintage truck camper now. What I want to talk about now is the different kinds of campers and the advantage. Oh, thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you. You're a good person, too. And so, the old kind of campers, vintage campers, are easier to work on. They're tried and true construction. It doesn't use as much laminates as the new ones. Now, the new fiberglass Phylon campers look nice. And that is maintenance free because it's molded fiberglass. But the problem with Phylon campers is that something called delamination. Now, I've been looking at these campers, and delamination is not easy to fix. Phylon delamination is not an easy thing to fix. It's not something that's meant to be fixed by the consumer. Now, consumers can fix it. Consumers can fix delamination. You got to replace the whole panel. It's a lot of trouble, but also, East Coast, it has to do with the kind of glue that you use. It has to do with the kind of glue that you use. The debate with it is the kind of glue that you use. That one's delaminated. And there's no 100. I like things that are guaranteed. I'm just happens even to $1 million East Class A. The point is that I like something I can do myself. I don't like to have to go to a specialist to have something worked on. It costs too much money. I like to be self-sufficient. You know. I always have things bookmarked. I've been looking up aluminum siding, and it's kind of hard to find. But the glue is hard to find. It's hard to find the glue. Now, the high quality glue, now the good glue, there's something called clamping. And, you know, there's two different kinds of Phylon installation. Number one, there's vacuum bonded and all this different kinds of stuff. The least reliable Phylon installation is called a hung Phylon. Hung Phylon is when you hang it on the wall and glue it on. That's less reliable when you hang the Phylon on. And that's how repair shops do it. They have to do Phylon by hung Phylon. You know, they have to hang the Phylon on the wall. And the point of it, there's something called clamping. With the cheap, now the most expensive kinds of glue, Phylon adhesive, the most expensive kinds of adhesive will dry immediately as soon as you put it on the wall. You know, it'll dry. There's no clamping needed. You know, it'll dry and the Phylon will stick right to the camper as soon as you put it on there. No clamping needed. But this is called clamping, and this is a lot of trouble. See what they're doing? They have to clamp it. They have to apply pressure on there to hold that siding on there until it dries. It's a whole lot of trouble to fix it. A lot of trouble. It's just a lot of trouble to fix it when you clamp it on. See this? I mean, you don't know for sure. Truth. When you repair it, you're going to have to hang the file on. And the point is, it's just not completely reliable. I like reliable stuff. I don't like stuff that could break down like that. I don't like stuff that takes a specialist to repair it. I don't like that one bit. Now, the glues that you can get for the Phylon, the most expensive glue is considered hazmat. It's called hazmat. Hazardous materials. It's called hazardous materials. And you can't even get it shipped through Federal Express. You can't even get it shipped through Federal Express. It has to be shipped through a special dealer shipping to ship the stuff because it's just really, really dangerous, toxic chemicals in this glue for bonding fiberglass. It's just a lot of trouble. I think it might off-gas terribly. That's what I'm saying. The expensive glue, the good glue. Here we go. This is the chart I'm talking about. Now, I'm going to go over this with you guys. Okay, now, these are the different brands of Phylon. Stay Bond, Weldwood Red, Benders, 3M, Loctite. This is adhesive, marine adhesives and sealants. You know, it's hard to find off-the-shelf glue, the right glue for bonding Phylon fiberglass to plywood. Okay. Now, okay, we have general descriptions, substrates that you can glue it to. Styrofoam state, safe, yes or no. Work time, bond strength, application type, coverage, and price. And some of these, it's hard to find. Some of these. Okay, here we go. We focus on DIY, and one of the caveats of our testing includes they tested this stuff. The availability of potential adhesives. The stuff is not available to the consumer like you and me. Ordinary Joes like us. We can't get a hold of this stuff. This stuff is something your dealer has to get. RV dealers and repairmen have to get this kind of glue. You can't just get this glue yourself and buy it on eBay. You can't just go somewhere and buy that stuff. It takes a dealership. We focus on the caveats of our testing, including availability of potential adhesives, as well as any required special processing equipment. We contacted a supplier of a contact cement that was the industry standard for years. However, they were unwilling to provide a sample. They did send us to a distributor, and the cost of a 5-gallon pail was around $1,000. 5 gallons of this stuff is $1,000. That's expensive. The product is pricey due to the high flammability and lab rating and toxicity. It's not available to the consumer. It's pricey. It's not legal to use in certain parts of the country and must be shipped by truck freight. We deem this product impractical to the average DIYer, so do not test it. However, we did select 3 off-the-shelf cements to use. We eliminated hot melt adhesive, even though if you'll do it, good DIYer could build a backyard system. Hand-colored permit, unable to get a sample for testing. Part of the problem is hot melt being packaged in large blocks. We were not even offered a chance to get it, even if we were willing to pay for it. So this stuff, okay, the most expensive stuff, now the cheaper stuff, the price is medium. I worked in a cabinet shop for like 14 years and did spray contact cement. I had to do it in a paint booth with ventilator fans and, of course, the mask, charcoal mask. Joni, my delamination is mostly below the floor level. On one side, I was thinking about just doing diamond plate on both sides. What do you think about that? Hey, Sheriana, that's a great idea. The diamond plate is a great idea. I would recommend that, you know. Common carrier with hazmat endorsement. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point. Okay. Now we're going to go over the different kinds. Okay. The cheapest kind, component SLV, 2-part epoxy trowel grade paste, requires clamping. That's the picture I showed you a few minutes ago. Clamping is a lot of trouble to clamp it. Long work life, minimal gap feel. It won't fill gaps. It'll mix the fiberglass, wood, metal, Asdel, and foam. Safe for styrofoam. 45 minutes work time, bottom streak very high. Temperatures up to 160. Roll, brush, or trowel. 75 square foot a gallon. Pricey is medium. Compo bond. Oh yeah, Sheriana, it's a great thing, you know. I mean, anything for a DIY, do-it-yourselfer, it's a great thing. And I'm going to go over thing for truck campers later. There's a company that builds boat plans. It's called Glen L. That's Glen, then dash the letter L. Glen L, they make boat plans. You can build your own boat. And they have plans that you can buy to build your own truck camper. They have plans to build your own truck camper. So, and they're based on vintage truck camper styles. So, I think as a person, I'm just about as knowledgeable of truck campers as anyone. Because I've had 2 truck campers. I've had 2. The other one was like a 1971 Safari truck camper. It's called a Safari, manufactured by Cobra Industries. The aluminum I used to build that generator box was made from the aluminum from the Cobra truck camper I had. The Cobra Safari truck camper. What happened was I had a big 4-wheel drive truck, and these guys had this truck camper for sale for $300. I bought this other truck camper for $300, and a truck camper, and the tires on my truck, it was a 1980. It was a 1980 short bed 4-wheel drive is what it was. Fleet side. 1980 short bed fleet side 4-wheel drive. It had 33-inch Super Swamper tires on it. It had 33-inch Super Swamper tires with aluminum American Racing wheels on it. Okay, that's what the truck was. And the big 33-inch tires, we had to let the air out of the back tires to get the camper underneath it. To get the truck underneath the camper. It was a half-ton. I hauled the camper home on that half-ton. And the guy, the son of the guy that sold the camper to me, he was helping me unload it in my backyard. And I let the air out of the tires and drove out from under it. And the camper fell. It fell. It hit the house. And it was damaged pretty bad, but I was going to repair the camper. But I couldn't sell it because I decided to get an Airstream or something. I wanted to get rid of my camper and get an Airstream. So The camper had a lot of rot, worse than the one I got. And I wanted to tear it. I disassembled it. I tore it down. I disassembled it, scrapped the parts. And I've got a lot of screws, that I had from that other camper that I used to fix this camper. A lot of the screws from the Cobra camper went to fix this one. That's why I had a lot of steel screws, really old steel screws. And I used those old steel screws from the Cobra to fix this camper. That's why I had them. They have the bolt, hex bolt at the end of them, built back in the 60s with steel screws. That's what they were. I should have kept it. It was a 9-foot truck camper. I'll have some pictures. I'll do a video about it. I'll bet the Cobra Motorhomes, the Cobra brand, Cobra Corporation. I should have kept it. It was vintage. It had a gas lamp. It didn't have a 12-volt system. It had a gas lamp inside it on the cowl that you just run the gas lamp that runs on propane, the propane lamp.
Hello. Are you talking? All I wanted was this green one taken off.
Oh, is it the dog's pee or whatever?
Yes, dirty.
Okay, here. Oops,
Move, precious.
move turbo C. Well, man, move, baby.
Come to mommy. You can have a different one. We're gonna take Molly's away from it.
Can't help but center underneath everything.
Now see how dirty that is. Thanks.
Ooh, sorry, everybody. But I should have kept it. Okay. Okay, I'll get to the point of what I'm explaining. I'm a lawyer. It seems like I'm a lawyer. Okay. Oh no, Russian bots. Okay. Yeah, I found some places around the refrigerator. Delamination started. Got taken care of. Oh, good. I hope you don't have no more problems. Okay. Now, deciding here. I'm going to point the second type over the counter available. Compabond. Two-part. It requires clamping. It says it again. It requires clamping. It requires clamping. Very high, medium price. They all require clamping because they have a longer work time. You know, they have a longer work time. Medium price, longer work time. That means it takes longer for it to dry and set up. It takes longer for the glue to set up. It takes a while for the glue to set up. It doesn't set up automatically. It takes a while. Work time is 15 minutes. Now, 3M 5900. It's called 3M 5900. And it has a very short work life, but you don't have to clamp it. You apply it with a trowel, and the price is high. High price, and immediate bond. It says 15 minutes, and the rest of them have an immediate bond. It's immediate. The bond is immediate. And they spray them on or roll them on. The price is very high. The price is very high. And this stuff is just cost prohibitive. It has a lot of crazy. Building RV style walls is not an easy task. It takes a skilled composite products and use a lot of chemicals and stuff. It's just not easy for the easy person to, I gave you that answer for the glues to glue Thylon on a camper, guys. You're welcome, Shariana. It's a lot of trouble. We've established the fact that it's a lot of trouble. You see, that's what you call clamping. We'll put when you get the stuff that's available. I mean, you can do it. It can be done. Look at it, what clamping is. You have to clamp it on. Yeah, Shariana, I think that's a great idea, Just to put your diamond plate on it. That's a good thing. That's the easy way to do it. I know that Phylon RVs look nicer. They have a nicer look to them. I'm going to talk to you about another kind of product. Aluminum siding. Now, aluminum siding. I'm looking at the possibility of aluminum. Some of these places online you can buy a trailer RV aluminum siding. I really think the most tried and true way of building RVs that can be repairable is aluminum siding. Traditional old-fashioned aluminum. And that first siding trailer truck camper I had was aluminum siding. Aluminum siding. Yeah, just trying to establish a motive and a means and an opportunity, for the crime or whatever. I was trying to be a lawyer, just trying to prove my case. Okay. Okay. Now, the only thing about aluminum sided campers is they're not 4 seasons. They're not insulated as well. You don't have usually heated basements in those kind of campers. But you could add block foam insulation. You can add block foam insulation to your. You can add block foam insulation to sticks and tin camper. People call it sticks and tin. And the cheaper campers with aluminum siding, they have fiberglass siding, fiberglass insulation, which is not as good. But even though they have fiberglass insulation, it's not as good. You can take the fiberglass out and you can put block foam in there. Because that stuff settles over time. It'll settle in the wall over time and you'll have gaps, insulation gaps. That's it. It's fiberglass insulation. You can take that out and add your, you can take that out and add your whatever you want in there, wool or block foam. I would add block foam into mine. When I'm thinking of my camper, either getting a different truck camper or putting aluminum siding on my camper, Mine's got this fiberglass siding on it. It's old fiberglass siding, like a Class A motorhome back in the 80s. That's what it is. And it's, aluminum siding will dent. Aluminum siding dents, but it's still durable even if it's dented. I mean, you look at this camper. I mean, it's tried and true. Look at it. Aluminum siding travel trailer. If I didn't get a pull behind, you see, I mean, look at it. This shit is tried and true. That stuff's not going anywhere. That's like a piece of the rock, the Prudential. It's aluminum siding. That's not going anywhere. You think that stuff's going to delaminate? Hey, that's a good idea, Ashuriana. That's a good thing to do, Shariana. I guess what I'm all into is repairability. The ability to do it yourself. The ability to fix it. Here we go. Travel trailer rebuild, new aluminum siding. It's new aluminum siding. They got a travel trailer. They decided to put brand new aluminum. It's a YouTube video. So, new aluminum fiberglass siding. Okay. It may look cheaper, but on the end, you can paint it, or whatever you want to do. It's what it is. Here's the way the fiberglass siding looks. Fiberglass siding goes, see that gap? The siding slips into that gap. The siding next to it slips into that gap there. That gap in between. And that's going to be on the top so it can turn water, okay? That gap there, right in there, the piece of aluminum below it is going to slip right into that. So, it's how, siding, it interlocks with itself. A lot of people are restoring vintage travel trailers, old antique campers. These antique campers are easy to repair because they have aluminum siding on them. It's restorable. Somebody might say 50 years from now, they have an old vintage Phylon RV 50 years from now. And they may say, wow, look at that old vintage Phylon RV. That sure is a honey. Boy, that's a good project to restore. But they're going to say it's not restorable. People in the future are going to say that camper is not restorable. You can't restore that camper. You can't restore that camper. You can't restore it. Because it is Phylon fiberglass siding. It's a lot of trouble to fix it. Exactly. Don't run out of wine. Exactly. And here it is. It comes in wide strips or short strips. It comes in strips that look like that. Aluminum siding. What I'm thinking of doing, maybe, I'd love to have a vintage truck camper. Now here is the thing, Truck Camper Adventure. I'll go over this with you. Restoring a 1966 Cree Coach 10-foot truck camper. Yes, it is. There it is. They got a square body. Stupid stuff starting to happen with what, but we'll eventually do that. We won't run out of wine. That sounds good to me, Shariana. I love that. Yeah, I love that. That sounds nice. I love just to do some work together. Now, they worked on this Cree in 1966. Look how beautiful it is inside. They did a good job on that Cree camper there. You see, it's nice. They did a great job on it. That's the only thing I've despised, is keeping up with the Jones. Yay. Keeping up with the Jones, that's something I don't like to do. I like to have something that's mine to keep. I don't like to have to keep up with the Jones. But, there's the gas lamp that I was talking about that my camper had. My other camper had one just like that. See, look at that. East and I will come and cook burgers. That sounds good. We can have a big hoedown, can't we, Jeffrey? And East Coast. Shariana. It sounds really nice. Nice big get together. It sounds like a great get together. RV van build, RV work and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm going to read this later. I haven't even read this, but it has the aluminum siding on it. You can always replace the aluminum siding on a camper. You can get new. You can even take a Phylon camper and put wood siding on it, you know? Aluminum siding on it. Yeah, you could do that. A person could do that. I'm thinking if I could get enough out of my camper, I could find a vintage truck camper for like $500, you know? That way you have your aluminum. I'm not going to replace the aluminum. I'm going to let the aluminum have dents in it because it lasts forever. You can straighten aluminum that's dented. And it's easy to restore, you know. It's the main thing is it's easy to restore. Okay, well look at this. Oh, nice, Jeffrey. I'm glad. That sounds like a good thing. I hope it works out for you. Getting your RV by the end of the month. It sounds great. It really does. Here's a 4 photos. Now this thing, it is wood framed. It's a little Lance truck camper. Lance truck camper, a small one with aluminum siding. Now, they took the siding off. That's how you do it. That's how you restore an aluminum truck camper. You take the siding off. You don't gut it. You don't take your panel, all the paneling out of the inside of it and tear it apart that way. You don't repair it from the inside. When you work on these campers, a lot of people don't understand. You don't work on them from the inside. When you take the siding off and you do this outdoors and it rains. If it rains, you can staple a plastic onto it, cover it up with the tarpaulin, cover it with tarps and plastic, keeping it dry, you know? See, that's how they did it. They just took the siding off of it and took the fiberglass siding out of it. They put the block foam. See? They put block foam in the wood frame camper. They just took the siding out and put the block foam in there. You know, check that out. See? They put the block foam in there. And they put the siding back on. I don't know if it's the new siding or the old siding. There it is. Restoration project. Brand new. See? Lance Squire truck camper. Restoration. That's an easy restoration too, you know. These aluminum truck campers are so oh nice, Jeffrey. No, I mean nice, Shariana. Ben Apita finding something I like. It's hard, isn't it? They are cool, aren't they, Shariana? Yeah, the photos, restoration photos. And they're very cool, exactly. Easy to do. There's a little Chuck Topper camper thing. Let me see, you got your... Found a 2000 Coachman Leprechaun. Chevy chassis, 3,000 miles. Oh, nice. 24 foot for a great price. Oh, that's a great thing, Jeffrey. I'm really happy for you. Happy you found a nice rig. It's really good. I'm glad for you, Jeffrey. It's really nice that you found something good that you liked, you know. Wanted something I could not have a payment. That's the best thing, Jeffrey, I think, is the not having a payment. That's the most attractive part of the camper. Not having to have a payment on your camper, not having to pay payments and everything like that. You know, for me, a camper like that, old 1970s, thinking about buying one like that for $500. Aluminum siding, it's so attractive to me, the aluminum siding. Just and then get rid of my camper that I got now. Transfer all my new equipment over to the wood frame camper because I want aluminum siding. It's better. It's small and simple. I'll learn what I want down the road. That sounds good, Jeffrey. And I'm sure there's lots of things that you can do. Oh, I'm sure that there's lots of things you could do to make it even customize it or whatever. I like my 29-foot, but I could have gotten away with a much smaller one. I guess you have a lot of space, though, Sherry, not to put stuff in there. Oh, Oh, a huge U-shaped dinette I can use as a lounge for me and my pup. Good. I'll just set up a little nap desk for work. That's a lap desk. Oh, that sounds really nice. That's a great thing. There's an older stream RV system wants it, but it has a tree trunk growing up through the time. It's probably been sitting there a long time, huh? Sure, I was looking at a 28-footer with slide, but then I'd have a payment. Yeah, that's true. People seem to be having a lot of trouble with slide outs, don't they? I like that truck camper. And I might even go for an older truck, too. I'd love to have a square body, like I had before. I like to have a square body truck, Chevy. Yeah, an old truck, just an old truck, easy to work on. I want to be like Tasha Teeling. I want to be able to work on my own rig. I want to be able to work on it myself. I don't want to have to depend on going to money greedy repairmen. I don't want to have to go to those guys. If I can work on it myself, especially being broke down in a strange place, maybe get a motorbike. Get a motorbike, put it on the back of the camper. The motorbike on the back. If I break down in the middle of nowhere, all I have to do is get my motorbike and ride my motorbike into town, get my parts, fix it myself. That's easy to do. You know, with a motorbike and a truck camper, an old truck, I can do so much to repair it myself. Ooh, that works. A Mustang pulling a camper really sounds really cool, Cheryl. That's interesting to see. Yeah. Darn. Did not want to get myself out there and have a slide stuck It's very expensive to get repaired on the road. I imagine, Shariana, I imagine it would be expensive to repair a slide out on the road. A lot of that stuff is just hard to fix, I imagine. Good. I guess being simple is the best way to be. RV Davies RV seems like a nice rig if he, do some fixing up on it. Where Rich Life's RV, Rich Life for road trips, Class C motorhomes. I have a Great Dane. It's just us, so it's big enough. He will probably be tied up outside most of the time anyways, yes. With the door open so he can kind of go. That's a nice thing, Jeffrey. I'm sure you and your Great Dane will have a blast. I'm sure you will. He loves exploring places. We roam around my Forerunner right now. We want to get out of the house. I don't blame you. It's true, Jeffrey. I'm happy for you. I almost got a truck camper, well, like 20 years ago. 30 years ago, my ex-husband had bought, I think it was a 76 at the time. The truck was with a camper. Yeah, the inside was great and orange. Oh, that's really interesting, Shariana. That's kind of what I'd like to find someday. It would be like a time capsule, wouldn't it? Wayne, I'm going to go to Wayne's house. Wayne has a set of cabinet canisters, kitchen canisters to put your uh, sugar and flour and stuff in. These canisters have mushrooms on them. Look, mushrooms. I'm sure that's true. Our dogs love to get out of the house and do stuff. For sure. Joni, have you measured your fridge area yet? Yeah, I did once before. I think it's 13 and a half feet wide. I think it's maybe 13 or 14 foot wide, inches wide. It's 13 or 14 inches wide, and it's pretty tall. Oh, that's true. We're living, Shariana. I guess I'm doing the same thing, Shariana. I'm living vicariously through the nomads. I think that's what Camo Dave was doing, wasn't he? Camo Dave, wasn't he living vicarious through nomads? He was living vicariously through them. He was living vicariously through those people. Oh, that's really good. Oh, that sounds really good, Jeffrey. That's a good way to do it, to organize the space with my fridge set up. Yeah, he was. Yeah. Yeah, Camel Dave was awesome. He covered a lot of these people. Good babies. A smaller fridge on the bottom. Maybe even the fridge on the top and the closet at the bottom. Hanging right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, just a way to be able to have my refrigerator on a slide out where the refrigerator is now in my camper. I want to go with one of those um, chest style refrigerators. That's what I want to go for. A chest style refrigerator. Line the area. Then a slide out food drawer. Hand close it on top. Line the area. Yeah. Yeah, line the area with some what panel, plant panel the inside of that cabinet. Where the refrigerator is. Mount up. Yeah, that sounds like a cool sister's trip. That sounds awesome. Like Thelma and Louise. Make you a cedar cabinet. That would be awesome. That would be Jeffrey. That would be nice. A cedar cabinet would be. It would be really pretty and nice. Smell good. It would smell good. Molly, I love you. Your baby girl. Molly Jane, that's good. And I have a small dog, so it's taking a small dog with me is not hard in a small RV. Senior chicks are going to be making up for the time we have lost being cooped up in the house. Exactly. East Coast, are you on the road right now? Joni, I'll trade you 2 cats. Your doggy. Oh, yeah, yeah. You better not get rid of her. Yeah. What kind of cats do you have, East Coast? What kind of cats do you have? By the way, thanks for being a member, East Coast. Thank you. Thank you for being a member of the channel. I'm in Texas, not sure where I want to go first. I'll have to make it up to Oregon to see my friends shop for solar. Oh, awesome, yeah. Yeah. Jeff, I'm in a park in Florida. Okay, cool. Yeah. What kind of RV do you have, East Coast? Oh, awesome. A tabby and a tuxedo. My cat is part um calico and part Persian. She's a calico and a Persian mixed together. Stupid voice texting said, hot senior chicks. I think my phone has a mind of its own. And I don't think it works any better than mine. LOL, that's pretty bad. Jeffrey. Yes. A pretty mileage, huh? Yeah, beautiful thing. She's an intelligent animal. Small coachman travel trailer. My plan was to travel in 2020, but God had other plans. Yeah, that's true. East Coast, I guess. I guess you're right there. Small coachman travel trailer. That's cool. I think a small travel trailer is a good option. You know, go to parks and stuff. Small travel trailers, you can pull them with any kind of a vehicle. It makes it economical and easy to set up and go. Stupid COVID and my neuropathy ramped up. I'm sorry to hear that, East Coast. Sorry to hear about that. Neuropathy. I don't know exactly what that is, but I've heard of it. Johnny East Jeffrey, it's been nice chatting with y'all. Thank you for the input and thanks for all the vintage pics of the truck. Yeah, I need a truck to pull it if I had when I can. Yeah, everyone, take care soon. And yeah, thank you, Shariana, for showing up. Really appreciate you. And tell Linda Lou I said hello too. You can also get an SUV, I imagine. And I don't blame you, Jeffrey, for getting itchy feet there. Yeah, best wishes to you with your neuropathy. Um, East Coast. I hope it gets better. Your East Coast, your neuropathy does, and you can always get an SUV to pull your travel trailer. Sometimes you can find SUVs a little cheaper than trucks, even though they're the same drivetrain. You know, an SUV is just I don't think holds as much value as a pickup. That's just my opinion. DIY dog food, hugs and kisses. Oh, thank you, Shariana. Good. I'm glad. Yeah, it's only like 18.19 feet. 19 feet. Oh, good. East Coast. Good. It's not that big then. You could get you some kind of an SUV to pull your camper. I've got a Chevy Trailblazer. I don't know how many pounds that trailer is, but I don't know how heavy your trailer is, but I've got a Chevy Trailblazer, and you. Oh, good, 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 good. That's good. Tasha posted, and she's doing well. That's a good thing. And the main thing is just that she it's just um Chevy Trailblazers are coming down in price. Oh, 3,200 pounds. Oh yeah, the Chevy Trailblazers are getting cheaper. A 2002 to 2009 Trailblazer. I've got a Chevy Trailblazer. It's a 2002. It's got the 4.2 engine, a six-cylinder. And it has a payload capacity, a towing capacity, maybe of 5,000 pounds. The um, the Trailblazer has a towing capacity of maybe 5,000 pounds. So I think you could, if you got a midsize SUV like a Trailblazer or something like that, maybe you could pull it. You can get them pretty cheap. Yeah, it's good that Tasha's okay there, and she's doing good. Oh, good, she's doing well. That's a nice thing. Whatever kind of an SUV that you could find, maybe even whatever, or truck or whatever you could find. And so anyway, just an idea, just a thought. Oh, good, good, good. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, mine's got 190,000 miles on it. Just 10,000 more miles. 10,000 more miles, I'll hit 200,000. Air still works. Air conditioner still works on it. I've had a couple of minor run-ins on it. A few days ago, I sideswiped somebody's mailbox. I sideswiped a mailbox and hit my mirror on a mailbox. A few days ago, I went back and found the parts of the mailbox of my mirror and put my mirror back together as much as possible, and I put their mailbox back up on the post where it's supposed to be. And so, I had a couple of little accidents, but when I get a job and get money, I'm going to do a couple of things to the Trailblazer to fix it because I've let it go a little bit. I need to fix it. Yeah. Yeah, 190,000 on my Trailblazer. Almost 200,000. I'll hit 200,000 in 10 more miles, 10,000 more miles. So, air conditioner works, everything. It does well. And so, that's my goal, is to have a vehicle that I've had. Mom bought that Trailblazer in like 2010. I think Mom bought the Trailblazer in 2010. I think that's when Mom bought the Trailblazer, was in 2010. Yeah, 2010. Mom bought the Trailblazer in 2010. And so, can't believe we've had that Trailblazer almost 12 years. Can you believe that? Almost 12 years. I didn't expect it to have been so long that we've owned it. Yeah. Mama's got a Hyundai Elantra. Oh, a lease, yeah. That was a good thing back then, I'm sure. Mama's a Hyundai Elantra. Yeah, I drive it to town sometimes. If I do DoorDash, I like to maybe drive Mom's little Hyundai Elantra doing DoorDash because I'm going to save a lot of money. That's what I want to do, being DoorDashing. Oh, red Hyundai Elantra. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so I'm trying to think, if I ever wanted to put different siding on my camper, would it be better just to get a different camper. Um, I'd like to have a camper with aluminum siding. It would be kind of cool to have a vintage one. Trying to decide. I could get a vintage project truck camper for $500. Oh, vintage one. Do a new project, new build. Just a vintage look, all the way around. Like a 1977, 74. I don't know. The only thing is I've got some cracks in the fiberglass. My camper has a few cracks in the fiberglass. Yeah. Yeah. Pom pom pom. Piesań getysznut. Pupishna. Papishna ponca. Babushka. Does everyone know what babushka is? Babushka. 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 Babushkas. The women are babushkas. Babushka. 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 I don't know. I'd like to visit some nature parks, Jeffrey. I would. Hey, that's a really cool coast if you wanted to do that. I'd like to visit some nature parks. I'd like to visit Yellowstone National Park, Jeffrey. I'd like to visit Yellowstone National Park. I'd like to maybe go to New York to the what the falls? What do you call the falls? Niagara Falls. You know, that would be a nice place to visit. Going to Niagara Falls. Maybe travel down Route 66. Things like that. Sightseeing tours. Maybe eat Creole, some authentic Creole food. Some authentic Creole food in New Orleans. Some authentic Cajun food, in the Cajun area. That would be a beautiful place to be. It would be nice to be able to try it. Okay, we gotta go. Oh yeah, see you East Coast GS. Thank you for coming. I think I'm going to get out skedaddle too. I'll catch you later, Jeffrey Lebowski. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, East Coast. Jeffrey, I'll talk to you later. I'll send you an email. I'll catch you on the flip side. Y'all see ya. Like, share, subscribe, join the revolution. I'll catch you where the sun don't shine. Okay, East Coast, we'll see you.